Hey, this is number 3. So we've just been in verse 14, so we're literally just going to go to verse 15 because it kind of carries on, and it's just really lovely here what actually happens. So, verse 15 says, after I had retired to the place where I had previously designed to go, so he had already figured out a place to go pray, somewhere that was quiet and away from everyone, because that's what you want, right? That's going to be what our question is. Where's your prayer place? Where's your sacred grove? Anyway, having looked around me and finding myself alone, I knelt down and began to offer up the desires of my heart to God. I had scarcely done so when immediately I was seized upon by some power which entirely overcame me, and had such an astonishing influence over me as to bind my tongue so that I could not speak. Thick darkness gathered around me, and it seemed to me for a time as if I were doomed to sudden destruction. Scary stuff. But in 16, he said, exerting all his powers, he called upon the name of God. And you remember back to Alma the Younger, who was in that same kind of grip of just like awfulness. And all he could focus on, he just focused that one part of his mind on his father telling him about Jesus Christ and the light. And he managed to like mentally call out Lord or Jesus Christ. And it broke. So that's it. So we've got to be strong enough to do that, because Satan can be pretty bad. So exert all your powers and call on the Lord, and darkness breaks. But anyway, verse 15 is going to be the one about where is your place to pray, because he said he had previously designed to go. He had looked at that, and the other account, one of the other accounts said that it was where he had previously left his axe, because they were clearing trees. And he'd previously left his axe there. So kind of like a marker, I would guess, to this is the place I felt that I should come and pray, and I'm now going to go and have dinner and everything, and today I will come back feeling more confident to pray for the first time. Because as I said, it can be frightening. Oh, we've lost our... Got a screensaver going. I'll see if I can find that other quote for you. Go there. Get rid of that. Then we're going to go there. I think that's the one. Yes, it is. Okay, not that you can see it that well. We might try something else, but you know, we're trying to be a bit different around here. So where is your place to pray? So, and it doesn't always mean that it has to be a verbal prayer. It can be a prayer of the heart, prayer of the mind, just a conversing with God in your spirit. One of my favourite places was the visitor centre. Now that's currently, might not even be coming back, I don't know. Right now you can't go there. The other place was the temple steps, and I can't get there either, or into the temple, until it is rededicated and finished, which is hopefully sometime in the middle of 2021. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing with the visitor centre. I kind of think it is a work in progress, because there's going to be none, and then there's like, oh yes, it's going to be there, but it's still not going to be how it was. And how it was a place for us to just sit and be, and it was surrounded by good church stuff. It was comfy. It was in front of the Christus statue. So it had a reverence to it that was beautiful. And there was usually wonderful missionaries, especially sister missionaries, who would just be so welcoming and kind. And it didn't matter if you weren't investigating the gospel. If you just wanted to like listen and chill, they'd talk to you, and they're happy to talk to you, and it was nice. So that was one of my favourite places to kind of pray, and it's gone. So, and when the temple closed, actually, one of our leaders said, oh, I don't know where I'm going to get revelation from now, because I always go to the temple to get revelation. And my friend and I were sort of like, you should know how to get it without having to go to the temple. So that's something that you really need to focus on, and it's something that President Nelson's been quite vocal on, about how to receive revelation yourself, no matter where you are, and like figure that out. So your place of prayer can be anywhere. It can be my bedroom. There's been in this lounge, there's been prayer. This is usually where we get blessings, because there's space to put a chair and gather around, kind of thing. We have prayers over food. I don't like praying in food courts, but that's just me. If I know I'm going out for the day, or I'm going to be around people that aren't prayer people, because some people just really don't like it, then I'll pray on the food in the morning for the entire day, and Heavenly Father's fine with that. I know we have guests over that, like family that aren't praying people, and if we go to eat and we haven't prayed, they're like, "Aren't you going to pray? We should pray." So it's like they like that when they're here, but they won't do it in their own home. So, you know, there's praying places can be everywhere. And your sacred grove can be anywhere. It can be within you, and make it within you. So learn to create the space inside you so you can always have a place of prayer and space to receive revelation and answers, because that's what you really need. So you need to find that inside you. It's wonderful if you have a lovely back garden or a balcony or something, but I think COVID would all teach us that when we lock down, we've only got what we've got. So finding it within yourself is probably the best way to do it. So the quote is from Russell M. Nelson. It's really pretty. Lovely colours, isn't it? Wait till you see it put up. Anyway, it says, pray to have eyes to see God's hand in your life and in the world around you. And I know it's not specifically to do with where your place of prayer is. It's more about what one of your prayers could be. But it's one of my favourite quotes because that's what I like to pray for daily. I pray to see the eyes, to see God's hand in my life and in the world around me, so that I can see Him, and it helps me hear the Lord, which we're going to get to in a bit. Being able to see God every day in little ways, so helpful. So pray for that, because it's like seeing miracles happen, and you get strength to do things, and you're like, wow, where did that come from? And you just know. You know that it's Heavenly Father in your life. You see His hand there. You no longer see coincidence. You start seeing divine design. That's pretty cool. When you can sort of see the webs of that all connecting up. It's pretty awesome. Okay, well that was number 3. I'm going to do number 4 in a bit. Yeah, stay tuned. Not long now.